Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and man, it's been over 2 years since this finale came out, and I am finally reacting to it. I was gone for a long time. For people that haven't been on this channel since my last Attack on Titan reaction, I was waiting until I was completely back for sure, and got a bunch of stuff out. So now I am ready to finally finish this series along with all the other series that I want to finish, which is including My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, all the ones that I was not able to finish. This is the start, episode 1 of a series I like to call I Finally Finish. So this is I Finally Finish Attack on Titan. We have the very last episode. If you guys have never seen my Attack on Titan reactions or need a refresher, I will link my entire playlist of Attack on Titan down below in the comments and in the description. So definitely check those out. I'd appreciate it. There's a ton of Attack on Titan reactions on there. It's one of the first series I ever did. Got me really hooked onto this for sure. And it's just an amazing series. I've been waiting. I've just been patiently waiting to finish this. And if you guys want to watch this or anything else uncut and early, there'll be a lot of Patreon like stuff over on Patreon way early, weeks to months in advance when it comes to these finally finished series. I'm going to be starting posting them slowly onto the Patreon. An episode here, episode there of a bunch of the shows I need to finish, including all the freaking bunch of other shows that are over there right now. And so definitely check it out. Patreon.com/ajrich123. That link is down below. And let's go ahead and start. Side note, I did do a very fast refresher for me, so I'm mostly very hooked on to the very end of the last episode. So I emotionally, I know where we're at in everything, and I feel very invested. My thing was, even though this series is memorized into my head from what I've seen, I wanted to make sure I was completely as immersed as possible to watch this ending. I didn't want to watch it dry where I hadn't watched Attack on Titan in a couple years. I didn't want to do that because this is the final episode. So the wait was worth it. We're back to the very deep past. So she's seeing everything that's happening right now. Oh shit. So much to dig from.
ここから離れて。アルミ。僕の攻撃を想定しているエレンがこれで死ぬとは思えない。でもこの骨をバラバラに吹き飛ばせばエレンやジークの位置がわかるかもしれない。
Seems like your best bet.
気をつけろよアルミ。なんかやばいと思ったら俺たちに必ず全力でぶっ放すんだぞ。
It's got to be like so Armin and Akasa. So much emotionally for them. And that's kind of what happened in the last episode, where it was like everything kind of led to them. They have no choice. They have to confront Eren. And I think it was kind of a good, him going into this role of being the commander and everything, and him having to really make the hard decision on I need to stop. I need to stop Eren, and I don't have a choice, and there's no other path. He's only allowed me to do this because there's no other way of stopping this, or everyone will die. Oh, what the fuck? What is happening? What the fuck? The fuck is that go? What is... What the fuck is happening? Is he still alive? Because that was a crazy... Oh shit, barely. Yeah, her dad. How are they gonna fit everything in an hour and a half? Holy shit, there's just... How do we resolve this fast? Who? Are these all the things that are inside Eren? Let's pause for a second. They don't look like pure Titans, that's for sure. Are these like either all what the hell? Like, are they former I don't know, like Jaw? Because I'm looking at that, I'm like, is that a former Jaw Titan or something? Or like a former attack? Like, what are these guys?
少しでも傷があれば即座に巨人化したはずだ。つまり傷一つなく捕獲されている。だがエレンのケツの方に連れ去られた。
Oh shit.
無数の巨人に当選簿されたが、俺が万全だとしてもあそこに突撃する選択はしない。
This is all fucked up.
だから落ち着け。
敵の正体が分かった。あれは。
What? Aha! Okay, so I was right, because the jaw, like the big jaw, kind of made it seem a little bit like the only thing I could lean towards. But how does he have every single one? How is he able to, like, how can he shape all of them? That's insane to me. I mean, I know it's well, okay, it's the founding Titan, and we know that like Ymir or whatever is like building, you know, can build the stuff, that he has access to everything. So maybe like he can really draw anybody that's ever existed that were like one of the 9 Titans. That's insane. You have access to, I mean, over so many years. There's got to be so many people, so many stories here. Actually, now that I think about it, sorry to pause so quickly, but does that mean it's people that we've met, like the other Ymir, former Jaw, or former Berthold, or like former other ones that we've met or seen could show up possibly too? That would be pretty sick. Or maybe they're already there somewhere. But I guess they're not the same. They're not them. Yeah, her connection's gonna be the least, so she's gonna be able to do the dirty work more. Well, yeah. I don't see this going good. Oh, shit. That's our first death. I don't see this going good. Oh, fuck. That's one of the... Or that's the former one, right? The one Eren absorbed, I mean. Holy shit. Maybe she's not dead. I feel like anybody can die this episode, though. Like, it's the last episode. That too. They'll be in danger once from all sides. They want to die fighting. Everybody's kind of being a hero here, which is all being started from Armin and everybody else. They're getting everybody to work together to fight Eren. Holy shit. This is so fucking epic. Holy shit. Is that Eren? No? Oh, no, it's...
意識がこのまま窒息させるつもりか。
Armin.
エレンが僕を。
Oh, yeah, what happened to him?
いや、あの子だ。そう夢る。
What is...
エレンが言うように、エレンがただ進み続けるだけなら、この抵抗は始祖ユミルの意志だとしたら、始祖ユミルも人類の虐殺を望んでいる。
Well, we saw her past.
無敵だ。どうすることもできない。
Whoa. Who's this? Berthold? What the fuck? What is he doing? What is happening? A return of Berthold! Oh, shit! I was talking about former ones. Formal Colossal. Holy shit. Oh, new song. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That's some bullshit. Don't tell me you kill off Reiner like that to a fucked up fake Berthold. What? Is that some type of fucked up karma for him? What the fuck? It's Connie? Oh, fuck. This is all fucked. Oh, okay, he's not dead. I thought I was gonna say that'd be some bullshit. Kind of true. That's kind of true. And they're the last of them. I kind of love that. There we go. The song. God! Keeping Connie alive is gonna be a feat in its own. Jesus. Because... you know what's really kind of sad but fun? Like, Connie's one of them that I thought would have been dead by this point. He's the one guy that I thought there was many people that would have lived before him. Like Sasha, like I thought Connie would have died before Sasha for sure. So like it's kind of like Connie's passed out. How long can he survive in this crazy chaos? Does anybody, you guys let me know in the comments, when did you think Connie would, like, did you think Connie was going to ever last this long in the series? He's the one that I thought would have died. John too, honestly. For a while, I thought John would be dead, like over a couple people. I'm happy. I think they've had amazing, especially John. He's had extremely amazing character development for sure. Holy hell. This is insane. Holy. What? Oh, fuck. The thing he saw in the dream. He was talking about the dream. How the fuck is he flying, though? He saw it in the dream, but... oh, fuck. Like, he was talking, I was flying around, like, above in the sky. What the fuck? You know what's kind of insane? I think about like that scene when he's introduced in the beginning of season 4. He's on the ground and he's just grabbing into the sky. And tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I remember like there's birds, crows, or something flying around. And I forget his actual words he says there, but this is kind of like poetic and like just, I don't know. It's just, it makes complete sense if you think about that original scene when he was like introduced. I don't know. I just had that thought.
でも来てよかった私だって戦えるのに
兄
アズマ人の船は沈んだファルコの巨人化に耐えられなくてね
Holy fuck.
空を飛べる確証もないのに清美は全てを承知して行かせただから
So nobody got hurt.
地ならしを止めて思いに応えなきゃいけないの
So all that happened off screen.
ピークはアルミンは巨人に囚われて命が危ない
She didn't want to say Armin first.
兄力を貸してあんたの幼馴染は囚われてばかりだね
Seriously, through the whole series.
ピークさんは
頭骨の方が一方でアルミンを救助する超大型の爆発が頼りだもう一方でエレンを狙ってうなじを攻撃しろ
Probably your best bet.
分かれて同時にやるぞもうエレンを気にかける猶予はなくなったいやそんなもの最初
Yeah. At this point, it's not really about that.
でもなんだよファルコが飛ぶなんて奇跡が起きなければ俺たちはあそこで死んでただろ何も果たせないまま
じゃあ
Yeah.
バカに言ってやりたいことは5万とあったがくそ俺だってエレンを諦めたくねえよでも兵長は俺のせいでもう戦えねえしただでさえ相手は始祖の巨人なんだぞ手加減して何ができるって言うんだよエレンを殺そう
You never wanted to say that, but it's like,
ミカサ
you have to.
あんたは
Mikasa's the last one that, yeah.
それ以外は考えなくていいから
Fuck. Oh my god. I gotta pause for a second because I'm glad I kind of did a quick rewatch. I just went over some important episodes and stuff because it's making me feel a little bit more, which is good because I wanted to make sure my brain was very refreshed and they're like how close they are and just how everything they've gone through because I'm feeling it already. Like they're gonna have to fucking kill Eren, and it's crazy how like Levi has to. It's funny. A lot of these things, these are parallels, and it's like coming back to a lot of stuff that's happened in the series. Levi having to make a ridiculous, super hard, crazy choice, one life over another to some extent. It's not as crazy, but you have to kill. You got to save Armin and kill Eren, and you have to do that because you have to focus on something. Eren has to for Armin to survive. You're going to have to kill Eren and do that. It's just crazy how some of the things that have happened before, it's like they still went to Levi. He was the highest up person to make the decisions. Now, and Mikasa still had trouble because, same as that original decision of not wanting Armin to die. Like, she doesn't want fucking Eren. She doesn't want to kill Eren. But everyone has realized, as much as they don't want to, and they were trying to save him, like, it's the only choice they've given. Like, he's given them. There's no other choice. God. This reaction might be a long one, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to pause a lot. They got to work together.
こちらはそれどころではない。本当の目的は何だ。レオンハートさん、だから言っただろ。マーレ人に期待するなんて。数はこっちが上みたいだ。実戦経験もこちらが。
Eren doing this is bringing them together. That's what it is.
に送り込まれてきたからな。銃を下ろせエルディア人。よせ、
It's gonna be tougher, but don't do it. Don't do it. They're all scared for their lives. He's not gonna. No. I have a feeling I think he's learned from this experience. I swear to God, I think this is gonna unite them. It just might take an extra second, but fuck. So many generations of them. It's insane. I'm gonna be shocked if no one dies out of them. I'll be fucking shocked. I hope no one does, but this show is known for it. They've all had chances of dying. Like Reiner, for instance. There's so many times where I thought, like, we thought he was gonna die for sure. You guys can let me know in the comments, but there were so many times, and he hasn't. Levi, I mean, how he's not dead is crazy. A lot of people are not dead. So I'm gonna like, if they're this far, I guess I'm gonna try to hold hope. I came into this episode, this finale, expecting most people to die. I thought maybe they were gonna at least kill off most of the people. I don't know. Now I'm leaning towards maybe not, but there's gotta be. I hope not, but there's gotta be at least one, right? Oh, I love all the old songs coming back. Who is my lover? I was just listening to this. Nothing is alone. What the fuck? She just like tight walked that shit. Oh no! The Card Titan was actually the one we saw close to the least, like fighting wise. Like season 4 we saw a bit, but I would say the least out of everybody, followed by like the female Titan since it was only in one part. Every single one from history is in there. The pig one? Yeah, some of them are harder to figure out. Oh, that one. What's no copy? It's like they're destined to finish each other. They've had so many fights. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. No wonder, like, his final order, what from him was to, it was like to defeat Zeke or whatever, right? Or like, he didn't say Zeke. Back then, it was like the Beast Titan or whatever. But he got an order from him to do it, and he's been driven to do it ever since, and still hasn't been able to finish it. Because it just freaking refused. They both refused to get finished. They all had that dream. Give your heart.
お前を選ばなかったことに悔いはない。お前らと同じ目をしたあいつに未来を託したことに。
Yeah. I'm glad he's happy with this decision. Like he doesn't regret it. What the fuck? Holy shit. That's a strong ass armor. Seeing I like that we get to see the female Titan fight again. It's been ages. And she's on their side now. Okay, so Armin still stuck. We saw Berthold. Wait, what? He's like outside his body. I mean, you've tried your best. I mean, one thing we have to think about is the responsibility he got with being chosen over Erwin. That is kind of a shoulder to bear, and it's something that's kind of a good reason why he'd be beating himself up over this and yelling at himself and screaming at himself, because he's like, everything was kind of put in his shoulders, and he was chosen over another life, and that just put so much on him already. He was given a second life. That's like, he had another chance to do this, and God, but we all know how hard he's worked and how, like, I mean, we talk about character development for the series. Armin especially, everybody's had so much growth since the beginning. We've seen them grow up in general, and he is a good example of it. To everybody, just feels hopeless. Holy shit, there's nowhere to run. You think, like, the first episode, that's bad, and you see the Titans come in. You see what? Jesus. Fuck. Holy shit. So they're not going to survive. Holy shit. Is he back? Is that sand? Is he back in that spot? The paths. It's something that's been preached through the series. Whoa. What? So he's just there creating Titans himself now? Stuck doing what Ymir was doing forever? Now he's doing it? A slave to, yeah. He fulfilled that role. Chapter 4. A Long Dream.
今から遥か昔、まだこの世に物質しか存在しなかった頃、
What the
無
fuck?
造無造の何かが生じては消えてを繰り返し、
When the world was created.
やがてあるものが生き残った。
Oh
そ
god.
れを生命と呼ぶ。
That music is so chilling now.
結果的に生命が残った理由は、生命が増えるという性質を持っておく。より広く、より豊かに。
How long has he been there now? Probably just like hundreds and like like the feeling of being there is what I'm more meaning. The way he is and the way he's acting, it's well, now he's kind of in that spot making the Titans and everything, and he's he's a slave. He can't do anything now except that. And but he has the face and the look of someone that's been there forever.
この砂も石ころも水も増えようとはしない。だが生命は今日も増えようと必死だ。何せ死や種の絶滅は増える目的に反する。そのために恐怖という罰則があり、あの子もその苦しみから逃れようと必死だった。
Ymir he's talking
よ
about?
り強く、より巨大な不死身の体を生み出し、そして死さえ存在しない世界へと彼女は逃れた。
Yeah, we saw a part of that.
ここが死の存在しない世界。
だとしたらユミルの目的は一体何ですか？
俺もここで気の遠くなる時間をかけて彼女を
Yeah, he's been here forever.
ここにとどまり、フリッツ王に従い続けた理由。何かの未練を残していたことは確かだが、それがエレンには理解できて、俺にはできなかった。
Yeah.
だからユミルはエレンについた。
And that was the thing I remember when we saw her past from the other season. It made me think, like, what was, because we saw how she sacrificed, like, why she died in the first place. She went in front of the spear, but she was treated like shit the whole time. And it was like, it's obviously, it would make no sense if she was like in love with him or whatever. Like, the dude, like, he just treated her like shit, used her as a slave the whole time. That was like the first thing where I was just threw out. Like, that's not, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It felt more like she had to, like, move in front of that thing. Like, her body just moved. So what was, like, obviously she wants to be free. Like, Eren said that thing when he hugged her and everything. Like, she just obviously she wants to be free, but I feel like we're still missing a little step here.
教えてください。ここから外の世界に戻る方法は。
さあね、もう無理だと思うけど。
僕は何も
I
諦
mean,
め
we've
てません。
seen them go there,
どうして？
but Eren let them and then brought them
ま
out.
だ増えるためか。に支配された生命の惨状と言える。全く無意味な生命活動がもたらした恐怖のな。
仲間が戦っているんです。
Some people still want to survive, though.
多くの人々を恐怖から救えるから、恐怖と戦っているんです。
なぜ負けちゃダメなんだ？生きているということはいずれ死ぬだろう。
That is a...
案外、こと切れる前はほっとするのかもな。
He's a broken man.
かもわからず、ただ増えるためだけに踊らされる日々を終えて、これで自由になった。
But is that really free?
丘にある木に向かって3人でかけっこをした。言い出しっぺのエレンがいきなり駆け出して、ミカサはあえてエレンの後ろを走った。やっぱり僕がドベで。でもその日は風がぬるくて ただ走ってるだけで気持ちよかった。枯葉がたくさん舞った。その時僕はなぜかこう思った。ここで3人でかけっこをするために生まれてきたんじゃないかって。
Huh. Been born to follow them?
このなんでもない一瞬が
Oh, the baseball.
大切な気がして。
それは
これは砂に埋まってました。
He's seeing it as a baseball.
なぜそれが。
そう。でも僕にとってこれは増えるために必要でもなんでもないですけど、すごく大切な。
Holy shit. Armin is actually, he's seeing the baseball because Armin is actually like, he had pretty much given up on everything. The baseball probably first thing that reminded him of life and like the stuff you went through. The baseball, like the good times, the emotional times, why to be alive in the first place. He's holding a leaf, obviously, but in his head, he's holding. I love that. I absolutely love that. It's like he had forgotten. Like he forgot the good parts of life. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck are they all doing there? Hold on. Rotate back. Hold on. Rotate back. Well, we saw everybody like in Eren, in the freaking founders, you know, in the top big Titan. We saw everybody that used to be one. So it looked like they could like appear out of nowhere or whatever, even though they were kind of lifeless. But in this world, it does feel like anybody can like appear and come out. Like, but I like, because we saw when they were in this world the first time they went through Eren's memories, it feels like anything is possible in this area. Holy fucking shit. Everybody. Ymir's back there. Everybody. I love that we're finally getting fucking answers. See, everybody's fighting. Everybody is trying to survive. Which has been the series, you know? Holy... Oh! Oh, that's why they... Like, did them... I wonder, them, like, experiencing it like that and thinking about life, did that bring out those people? And it, like, snapped them out of whatever they were in, that trance? So even, like, we knew everybody was there. So it, like, snapped out the people that had, like, the deepest connections. Like, that's the only explanation I could think of. To help them. Holy shit. Oh, oh fuck. Nice. See, you know, sniper's good. There he is. Holy shit. Whoa. This is so good. Aw. Yeah, he needed that. Everybody helping like this. Saw Eren's dad, like... That's crazy. Oh, shit! He's... Armin woke him up. He's got life again. Oh no. The final reunion.
生も死もない道の世界で眠ってたみんなを呼び覚ました。
He gave him hope
ユ
again.
ダヤ人は道でつながっている。それはおそらく始祖ユミルがつながりを求めているから。
Connection through people.
僕らに何かを求めて。
Something that she never got alive.
ベルトルト。
Bertolt.
クサバーさん、俺たちの望みは叶わなかったよ。安楽死計画は間違ってなかったと今でも思う。あなたとキャッチボールするためならまた生まれてもいいかなって。
僕は君から全てを奪った。命も力も大切な記憶も。だからわかるんだ。ここでじっとしてられない。
みんな力を貸してくれ。
And that's why they came out to help. Now this is, yeah,
いい天気じゃないか。
that's how we know him. Butt ass fucking naked.
早くそう思ってたらいっぱい殺しておいて虫が良すぎるよな。
Oh! 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 Fucking Levi with the goddamn headshot! Oh my god, that hurt. That was so fucking epic. Let's go! Let's fucking go! I've been waiting literally fucking years for this. Let's go! Hole. The spine. Yeah, it's just gonna keep trying to attach. They really needed everybody. Everybody that's alive, they needed them. Right. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, Colossal Titan time. It's very easy to forget he's the fucking Colossal Titan. He uses it so fucking little. Holy hell. What's really funny was I have the first two chapters or the first two books of Attack on Titan manga that I got right after I like started the series, and I just like sat in my bed the other day right before I was gonna do a rewatch, and I just like went through the book or whatever, and I read that part with their initial meeting and everything, and I don't know what it is, but it's like the way the show is, you just notice something different and new. It feels like every time you watch something or look at something, it's very on a rewatch or a re-look, it's very, I don't know, it's you guys know what I'm talking about. What? Well, all of them are okay.
地ならしを止めたし。
どうして収容区からここまで。
All these, everyone reuniting.
ここまで引いたんだよ。言ってあげて。
Her dad that she was trying to climb up for, that very, oh my god, it's crazy. They're fitting in all these very emotional reunions between characters that we got a good episode, like season 1. The end of season 1 is like insanely, we didn't learn about things till later, but like knowing how her dad and like how her dad and what she was trying to come back to, and her I remember rewatching that part, her climbing up in season 1 and just trying to get to her dad. That's all she was trying to do. Her finally getting that reunion is, oh man, so emotional.
おい見ろあそこ。あの爆発を食らってまだ生きてんのか。ありゃ一体なんだ。さあな、ただ生かしておくべきじゃないのは
It could
確かだ。
can't let it attach. Oh, whoa. What is Eren?
やっ
Oh, fuck.
お前があれで死ぬとは思ってねえからよ。
Here we go.
でもどうすりゃいいんだ。
That's a good question. Even without that thing, it's just him walking.
まずい。光るやつとエレンが接触したらまた地ならしが。
Yeah, oh yeah, that too.
奴を殺さねえと。奴を仕留めるまでこの悪夢は終わらねえ。
Yeah,
最後の仕事が残ってる。どうしてこうなるの。
seriously. We better get the fucking real backstory here. I swear to God. I want fucking Eren's answers.
いや、元から悪い。助かったよ。空に弾を撃ち尽くしてなかったら、俺たちはまだ殺し合ってただろう。
See.
過ちは十分犯してきた。力を合わせてここを乗り越えよう。
It's became more obvious and more obvious that, like, Eren's doing, like, this is the only way. Like, the only way that they're going to come together is Eren making himself the enemy, right? He's the enemy. Everyone has to go after him. Now, how the fuck everything got into place like that, I feel like there's still some pieces to be, but he obviously did this to get everyone else together. Yeah, like, it's been always, like, obviously there's no reason why why the sudden change, like, all that type of stuff. But when he, like, looked like he died, the gunshot, we saw all those crazy scenes. That better be fucking explained, because that's the one thing there's a lot of things that we got answers to. That's the part where he's just seeing it. It's like, to me, it's like your life is flashing before your eyes. But there were so many weird ass shots in that fucking scene, and I've been waiting. And with the fucking, it showed the goddamn key. I bought this key. Tell me my fucking answers.
兄。
この煙、あの光るやつから出てる。死んだ。
これはラガコ村と同じやり方なんじゃん。
何を。
Oh, the stuff that.
アッカーマンと巨人の力を持つ者。
Yeah, I forgot about that.
何をすべきか。お前が一番分かってい
That
る。
could turn them. Yeah. Oh shit. Is that gonna turn them all into Titans? Fuck no. No fucking way. No.
まあな。
No.
後のことは仲間に託す。それが調査兵団の最後ってやつだからな。
覚えてるか、ちゃん。死体を焼いた夜のこと。
も
まったく。お前のせいなんだぞ。俺たちが人類を救う羽目になったのは。
Yup. Fuck. Of fucking course. It can't go the way you think it's gonna go. Everyone's Titans. You gotta start like that, end like that. fucking Connie Titan! What the fuck? I never thought we'd get... What the fuck? The John Titan, the Connie Titan. Oh boy. This is total bullshit. It's like backup. Fuck.
本当に地獄が好きなんだな、エレン。いや、最後までとことん付き合ってやるよ。
Seriously? When does it end? Fuck. Everybody. Jesus Christ, your goddamn mom. Fuck. Seriously? Haven't they gone through enough, Eren? Whoa. Whoa. Now, we saw when Eren was dying, we saw all those scenes, and I said, why the fuck are they? There was one scene where Levi and Reiner and them were in a fucking, it looked like a bathhouse or some shit. It looked like they were like all depressed in a sauna or some shit. And then we saw a scene with Mikasa looking like she, I don't know, like she looked way different. Like way different. We saw somebody I didn't recognize. We saw a bunch of different scenes, and she says she wants to go back. Nothing makes sense to her. Like when she, you know, the headaches and all that. There's an added step here. Ever since those scenes, it's made me question, like, other realities, other some shit. I've questioned it. Wake up. What the fuck? What the fuck? Boom! Yahtzee! Realities, alternate realities. Okay. Well, Eren could access all these, like, you know, his past and everything like that. We saw, you know, that made one of the best episodes, right? But, like, him seeing everything and doing everything and then showing that scene with it like flashing and showing all those weird images, and to me it's like, okay, he's obvious. We saw him wake up in the beginning of the last thing where he wakes up and he's crying. I mean, even that's why I said I was rereading the freaking book. Like, either it's like an alternate reality or you get like a restart or something, but I don't understand the Mikasa. This is the one thing I didn't understand. What's, like, we do know how like they meet or whatever, like the Mikasa connection here. But I'm wondering, like, it always was weird the way he acted when he met Mikasa. Like, because you see how he acts through the beginning of the series and everything, but during that scene, it was like, I don't know what it was. And when I was reading it just the other day, I was like, it felt different. And it makes me think like he saved her or something, like she was supposed to die and he saved her. Like it's an alternate reality or something. Like he saved her or something and it started part of this. Or he did, like, it just, holy fuck. This is always the fucking king of like the fuck. This is the series that's made me make so many theories and so many questions. But going to this degree, it was like one of those things where I didn't think it would be this crazy. And they're like older and it's like the opposite of Eren when he woke up. So if this is an alternate reality or something, how the fuck? Same thing Eren said. Why are you crying? Exact opposite. Oh. There's nothing we can do anymore. Okay. remember, we see at the beginning of the series, why are you crying? So we see like in the very first episode, we saw like a bunch of scenes that happened and everything. Like there was like a bunch of flashes of scenes, and then he woke up. Like did he have like an entire was it this, like the ending of this, and then he went there, or was it a different reality and it didn't turn out right, or something happened and then he went back there and he doesn't remember anything when he does that? Or sorry, I'm gonna throw out everything here. That day we oh
マーレの戦争が終わって2ヶ月。パラディ島侵略戦争がもうじき。
it's when he asked her, it was pretty much, what do you think about me? Like, and she could have confessed and she didn't. In this reality, like she took his, like she said she loved him or something, and then they left and ran away from everything. But this, how do these realities work? Like, what?
逃げなきゃみんな殺される。アルミンも俺たちは必死で探しているだろう。俺にはヒストリアを地獄に落として永遠の殺し合いをすることも、島の外の人間を大虐殺することもできなかった。それならもう
Holy shit.
あと4年の余生を静かに生きよう。
So they got their mini happy ending in this.
二人だけで。
ごめんね。この話はしない約束だったのに。
もう一つの約束していいか。俺が死んだらこのマフラーは捨ててくれ。お前はこの先も長生きするんだから。俺のことは忘れて。
So fucking sad.
頼むよミクサ。
He loves Mikasa too.
忘れてくれ。
Oh fuck. Forget about me. He fucking like we knew that, like it's obvious, like this is partly a love story like thrown in, but like I mean he obviously he's doing a lot of this for all of them, but especially her as well. But man, that he doesn't want her to, obviously he doesn't want her to grieve. He does, like it's better to just hate him, because then she doesn't have to be sad about it when he's gone. And I know there's a lot more to it. But we're back here. Whoa. So how does that work? Can she escape to another reality or something? Or if she wanted to? Or it's just in her head? Holy fuck. Man. These shots, man, they went all out. This is the Attack on Titan finale. They gotta make this thing fucking beautiful. Eren. Holy shit. Fuck. She's doing it out of love. Holy shit. Eren, I'll see you later. Oh, man. His head. That's just his head. I'll see you later, Eren. Oh, fuck. I fucking love it. Final chapter. Oh, holy fucking shit. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Fuck, I've been choking half this goddamn episode. I'm not a big tears guy. This is what you get from me, like, where I can't fucking talk. Oh. This is something I've been like waiting for fucking ever. And I I held fast, like, because I knew I wanted to make sure I was back and I was in an emotional state to really, because this is one of my favorite animes of all time now from this. So I wanted to make sure that I was like emotionally in the right spot to react to this fucking masterpiece. And fuck, I know we have another part here, but I'm just final chapter towards the tree on that hill. They're talking after they did everything.
お前たちを突き放すことに必死で、自分でもちょっと何やってんだろうって思いながら、勢いと流れに任せて、本当に悪かった。
それは僕じゃなく、ミカサに言うべきだよ。すべては突き放した僕らを、エレンを討ち取り、人類を滅亡から救った英雄にしてあげる。
Which is what I was leaning towards.
お前たちは生き残った人類すべての恩人になるだろう。島の悪魔でありながらパラディ島に背き、人道を貫いた。
It's like the only way they would have survived.
敬意を表される存在になるはずだ。
It was like his only answer to it.
タイバー家みたいに壁外人類の報復からパラディ島を守れっていうの。僕たちが英雄になれるわけないだろ。どこに？
俺たちが行きたかったところだ。歩きながら話そう。始祖ユミルの話を。
But we knew he was trying to make them hate him so they could kill him. That was something that was really pushed.
本当に川みたいに流れてる。ユミルが2000年間フリッツ王に従い続けているから、巨人の力が今も存在するって。
そう。故郷を焼かれ、親を殺され、舌を抜かれた相手に神に等しい力を手にした後も従順であり続けた。
一体何が彼女をそうさせたのかな。
道で彼女に触れて感じたことがある。信じられなかったけど、始祖ユミルはフリッツ王を愛して。
Aha! Aha! I called it! I called it! I didn't want to oh my fuck. Okay. Like, it made no sense, but my first fucking thought when we saw this scene was like, does he love him then? But like, this piece of shit, this guy, like this horrible guy, but he has, like, she does kind of the same protection, the same type of thing like Mikasa had for Eren, but it like their thing is nothing like this. So she did everything out of love. That was my first thought, but like the more you watch it, the more like you learn about her and everything, it makes you want to like, no, it can't be that. It has to be forced. It has to be like, you know, the command thing or the like the Ackerman like we saw with Mikasa, like could it be like the like they have to do it kind of thing. That was what I kind of pushed towards, but of course of course she fucking loved him. And why she would just save him like that, but oh god, to love somebody like that. You don't really get to, sometimes you don't get to pick and choose who you love.
彼女が苦しんでいたことは確かだ。2000年間ずっと苦しみから解放してくれる誰かを求め続け。
Which was you.
それがミカサだ。
Oh, Mikasa? Really?
だよ。やっぱり聞いてなかったが。
聞いてたって。
ことはミカサがもたらした結果。すべてその結果に行き着くためだけに俺は進み続けた。人類を虐殺して、パラディ島で殺し合いをさせて。
I mean, he hated all of it. He regret, like, of course, it's not like he wanted to do that at all.
わからないまま戦いに巻き込んだ。
それが勲章授与式で見た未来。
アルミ、俺は頭がめちゃくちゃになってしまった。始祖の力がもたらす影響には過去も未来もない。
It's gotta fuck with you completely.
だから仕方がなかったんだよ。あの日、あの時、ベルトルトはまだ。
Wait.
だから見逃した。
So he had control and he... Oh, fuck. So Bert... Holy shit, he killed his own mom. Holy fuck. So Eren caused, like... I mean, we know he caused a lot of stuff, but even all the way back then... Because we know, like, he was, you know, in his dad and telling his dad to do shit and, like, all this. But he even fucking caused his mom getting killed. And instead of sending her off to kill Berthold, Berthold had to survive to get to the future he wanted. So he had to kill his mom instead and send it after. Oh, okay, that's a twist I didn't see coming. That is not even... Holy fucking shit. Wow. I would have never been able to call that. He had to dictate like everything. It makes me think like what was the like without him doing these moves, what would have happened? He had to do these things for it not to happen. So we're going to see like obviously there's some bad endings, right? Because he's like, okay, they'll go to the slaughter. Like they're just going to keep repeating the same thing. So obviously there's some bad endings. But are we ever going to see them? Like, because it seems like we got kind of what he was to get to this best future. He controlled everything. And even stuff I didn't even think of that would have been moves like that, like his mom getting killed, all dictated by him. So what were the original choices? I really do hope we get to at least maybe see one or two. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, Eren deserved that one. That face. Of course, he loves her. But it's like... Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's... Holy fuck. What? Holy shit. All the dead bodies of people that, like, died to get to where he needed to go? Oh, afterwards. Jesus. 80% of humanity to get this ending. 80%! Wait. It doesn't end after what we just saw? You're kidding me. What the fuck? There's no way to get out of that ending? Regardless of what he does, so he makes different decisions? Holy fuck. Okay. So he obviously, it's kind of how when Sasha died, it's like it doesn't matter what he does, somebody died. He tried like different scenarios. Man, I would love to see some of those goddamn scenarios. I feel, can't we get some OVAs or something of like some of the stuff he tried to do or whatever? Because I feel like there's a ton of worlds or a ton of like scenarios that we could see of different results happening. I think that honestly that would be cool, but that's just the visual novel person, like lover of myself, kind of thinking of that. I want to see all the routes. I think that you guys. Does anybody else feel like that? Like I'm a huge VN. I love VNs, and like I mean I haven't played one in a while, but like I love different choices and routes. So I would love to see more decisions, but it's crazy that he tried every scenario and always, it doesn't matter if he goes off the decided path or whatever, it's worse. It never gets better and it never works out. I'm guessing. And I'm guessing some scenarios he probably dies or whatever beforehand.
確かにこの戦いは終わりが見えないし、でもいつの日かきっと分かり合えるって、そんなささやかな願いさえもう誰も信じない。
Yeah.
残された教訓は殺すか殺されるか、それだけだよ。
It brings out more war, more destruction, and more no hope. This is actually insanely deep.
いや、違う。エレン、お前は自由だ。この景色が見たかった。
What? That's what I want. Why?
わからねえけど、やりたかったんだ。どうしても。
What the fuck?
すべてはお前らを守るためだって思ってた。だが、サシャもハンジさん。
He blames himself.
フロックたちと殺し合いまでさせることになった。どうしてこうなったのか。
Oh, Jesus.
怖かった。バカだからだ。どこにでもいるありふれたバカが力を持っちまった。
Well, we know him before he got his power. We saw him as a kid. You give... I can't think of a lot of people that would work, that would do well with that type of power. Like, you could give that to the most, like, I don't know, the smartest, most down-to-earth, like, I don't know, even best, like, wanting the best for people person. And it could wreck anybody. Honestly, it could wreck anybody. We know Eren, we know his personality, what he was trying to protect, like, giving somebody like that this type of power, how do you expect this to work well, especially if just nothing goes right? It's like, it's hard to like completely affect. I mean, obviously what he does is absolutely horrendous. And there's so many, I mean, it's so hard. You can't justify the sense of the destruction and death and all that. But at the same time, if you look, you got to look at it from all ends. You give anybody that power and the personality of Eren, and I think it breaks most people. And Eren, it fucked with him as a person. He wasn't him anymore. He just became this entity. Like, you just kind of like, you just don't, I don't know what you can do. Like, there's nothing you could do. It's hard to judge. Like, this is such a complicated thing. Because for one side you want to like be like, okay, obviously he went through all this. That's why this ended up happening to him. But at the same time, you think like, that is absolutely disgusting. There's so many bad things. How can you like try to justify what he did? And there's just so many factors here.
わかるよ。この世から人を消し去ってしまいたいと思ったことなら、僕にもある。
Being mad at the world, sad.
誰も思わないだろうね。人類の2割を救った英雄だから。でも、エレンに外の世界の本を見せてたのは僕だ。自由な世界をエレンに想像させたの。
He could easily blame himself for that. Oh, the shell. Look at that shell. The shell from before.
いつでも足元にあったのに、これは僕たちがやったことだ。だから、これからはずっと一緒だね。あればだけど。
Oh God! So he blames himself for this too.
アルミ、時間だ。ここで過ごした記憶は消すが、全てが終わった時にまた思い出すだろう。
次は殺し合いだね。そしてその次に会う時は。
ああ、先に待ってる。
Jesus, that's a horrible ending, though. Is that really the only ending you can get? You're together in hell.
もう怪我は治ったの？あれ？
Whoa.
何？うん、時間があったから。
Oh, now, okay. Well, there we go. So after it's all over, oh, I get it. After it's all over, now he's gonna remember. It happened then beforehand, but yeah.
思い出した。
Yep.
これは。
That makes sense.
アルミ。
Holy shit. He's still holding his head. So he got all that information, but didn't remember it. Ugh. And he remembers everything he talked about, too. Ugh. There's no way he could have done that with the memories, though.
エレンが私たちに会いに来ていた時の。
聞いたよ。イカサがもたらした選択の結果が。
Okay, okay. There's so much in this. I swear to God, this is more than any episode. There's just so many revelations and like, okay, so obviously everybody survived. Like all of them at least survived because it ended the power of the Titans. So this was the only future that ends the cycle. It ends the power of the Titans is by doing this because Connie and them should still be Titans right now, or dead, or whatever, or dead, or whatever. And I guess they turned back? Like, or was this some other future that didn't have them change into Titans? That doesn't make any sense, because what we just saw, we saw the result of what just happened. So I'm guessing the power of the Titans ended, so they somehow survived. I mean, it did get them to survive. I thought they were dead for sure. We saw them in the Titans, it's over. Okay, that's a nice little shock. Anyone that was Titans turned back into humans.
長生きしろって。あんたは余計なお世話なんだよ。死に急ぎ野郎。
そう。私もお話したかったな。
I mean, he did save some people.
ただいま。
But at what cost? 80% of humanity. What a fucking ending. Even he survived. I'm glad they survived, but I'm so mixed on this ending.
Sasha.
I'm really shocked. Thought Connie and John were gone. I'm happy they're alive. Falco and Gabby survived. That's not like, I thought Falco was gonna die for sure too beforehand. Ryder survived of all people. Motherfucker had the biggest plot armor of all time.
このままここにいたらきっとエレンはきちんと埋葬させてもらえない。
そうだね。静かなところで眠らせてあげて。
エレンはいつもあそこで居眠りしてた。
The tree. The name of the title.
いい場所だと思う。
Oh, that's perfect. Under that tree. The song runs through my head. Oh shit. So we're getting the after effects. How do you prove that other than biting the shit out of yourself or I'm trying to think how you could prove that.
こちらが未だ巨人の力を有しているなら、力を使って抵抗するでしょう。
Oh shit, is he gonna shoulder?
銃口を向けられた今も無力なままであることは我々が人である何よりの証明です。進撃の巨人エレン・イェーガーを殺したものです。
And by doing that, he becomes the hero.
ずっと私の頭の中を覗いていたあなたの愛は長い悪夢だったと思う。もう奪われた命は帰ってこない。
God.
それでもあなたに生み出された命があるから。
I exist because of the lives you created. Yeah, well.
おやすみなさい、ユミル。
Holy shit. Oh, it's her kid. Historia's kid.
天と地の戦いと呼ばれたあの日から3年。途方もない数の命が奪われ。
Wasn't there something like I had this thought like when, you know, she's having a kid around the time that like Eren's dying, wasn't there this thing where like when somebody dies and they're dead and they don't, their power doesn't transfer, it goes to like the next like newborn Eldian or whatever, like or like, so was that more of a backup plan? Like if it didn't work and like for some reason it didn't work, it would go to that person, like because there's no more Titans anymore, so it shouldn't have transferred there. So was that just some backup plan? I'm brain farting, and I even did rewatch a bunch before I got into, you know, because I didn't watch for years. So like but I literally, you guys will have to let me know in the comments. I feel man, this is just a lot to process. I feel like this in itself could have been more episodes. Like, I mean, you don't want to drag this ending out anymore, but man, there's so many reveals. You could have made this like the final season, and then like there could have been reveals like every fucking episode. Cause like I feel like I just got hit with just everything.
喪失の最中にある世界が危惧する通り、エルディア国はイェーガー派が取り仕切る
Led by the Jaegerists.
日に日に力をつけています。島は一丸となり声を上げます。勝てば生きる。負ければ死ぬ。
Whoa. Okay. So there's like a time jump here, and they're still Jaegerists. Their things still don't really change in a sense because we're still getting all this. And I think Armin, when they were having that conversation, it was kind of apparent, like, it's not going to just be over then. Like, things are still good. Now the power of the Titans are gone, but like war and conflict it happens, and it's a horrible thing, but like doing one giant thing is not, especially that type of bloodshed, is not going to just stop war in the future. It's just, it does. I mean, you got rid of the power of the Titans, but war still, and conflict and death still exists.
人がいなくなっても争いはなくならない。エレンは知る限りの未来を私に伝えました。それ以上先の未来まで見ることができなくても、きっとこの結果はエレンだけの選択ではありません。私たちの選択がもたらした結果がこの世界なのだ。
I mean, this whole show was about choices, and they were really focused every time there was a choice.
戦わないために、再び安寧とは無縁の日々を生きることになろうとも。彼が私たちに望んだ人生ではありませんが、彼が望もうと望むまいと私たちには託されました。残された猶予をどう生きるか。
何度見てもヒストリアの筆跡は美しいな。いい匂いもする。
What the fuck, writer?
既婚者に劣情を抱くのはやめろ。気持ち悪い。
そういうジャンは頭の毛が気がかりで仕方ないみたいね。誰に見せるつもり？
歴史の教科書を読む女学生に。
馬の図鑑と間違えてないか？
お前の寿命が伸びて残念だよ、ライナ。
パラディ島が見えてきたよ。アルミ、本当にうまくいくと思う？壁を破壊して島を裏切ってエルディア国民が崇めるエレンを殺した連中が和平交渉の連合国大使を務めるなんて。
私はこの辺りで撃沈されてもびっくりしない。
Oh yeah.
何が長生きしてほしいだよ。
なんだ兄、今さら生きて帰れるつもりで船に乗った。
Yeah, and another thing you have to kind of think about here is, yeah, I always thought of them like they're going to be the heroes. Everything is going to be good in that sense. The one thing I didn't calculate was, yeah, there were still Jaegerists on the island. There was people that are gonna follow a philosophy, a thing. Like, it wasn't like they killed all of them. There were still ones that would follow this thing, and they've been gone. And they were actually, to some people on the island, probably horrible people and people that they hate because they killed their hero, their god. They made Eren this big freaking entity. This could go very bad.
まさかでもあんたたちだって花から自殺しに来たわけじゃないんでしょ。
またこうして地獄に向かってることが答えさ。調査兵団は夢見がちで諦めの悪い連中だから。
私は憲兵だけど。
とりあえずまだ殺されないさ。パラディ島のみんなは知りたいはずだから。僕たちの物語。
Oh man, his eye yeah. I mean, Levi survived.
散々殺し合った者同士がどうしてパラディ島に現れ
Baseball.
平和を訴えるのか。
Man, look at all that symbol. The baseball, growing a tree, which was a big thing. The black crows that we saw like a bunch. They're really throwing everything out there. The tree.
嬉しいでしょ。
God. All the way back to the beginning there. I'm so conflicted on this ending, man. Stay for the review. We're going to talk about this. Whoa. We're really not gonna... Really? Fucking really? I had so many things in my head that, like, we would see all the choices, we would see what he had to do. I can't be alone thinking there was more. I'm not gonna... I don't hate, like... I'm loving it ended. A lot of them survived. But I honestly thought there was going to be this crazy thing where we saw Eren's, like, I don't know, all the stuff he did and all the, like, routes, or like, I don't know. It is showing time passing. Oh, it is showing. Yep, way more modern. That's a lot of time passing. Way beyond this ending is fucking sad to me right now, but for different reasons. One, what could have been, but two, like, it's showing war still happens, destruction still happens, and yeah, it's true. I mean, you could see this as, hey, they didn't give us the happy ending. They didn't give us, like, the Disney hand-holding, like, ending that we could have gotten. Like, it is showing that, like, hey, shit happens still, and, like, destruction and freaking war doesn't stop because you try every possible way. Yeah, you got rid of the Titans, but that's not going to stop war. Which is kind of like a reflection if there was, like, Titans or stuff in real life. It's like, you know, war is not going to stop just because one thing is taken away. It could always happen, and conflict will continue. So is this like there's a giant, like, nuclear war or something crazy, and this is like the after effects? And they fight. Oh, all connected to the tree. It's still held fast. Or time repeats itself, like Ymir freaking went in that tree 2,000, years before the beginning of the show, and then it just repeats. Okay, after recording everything, I thought there is a movie, and my first thought was, like, is there any added stuff? So I just quickly went to the end, and there's a 3-minute thing. So we're going to watch this real quick. I did my review already. So we got Eren at the movie theater. We got Goth Mikasa and Glasses Armin, the thing I literally was talking about. And I was like, are we going to learn about all that? Like all these other things that happened. Are they? Oh my God. This is what I fucking wanted. And there's somebody dead over there. And okay, are we just seeing things that we don't get? Screen 9. 1, 2, 3. He's literally watching the fucking movie theater. Is this some separate reality or something? Is that what this was? What the fuck? So this is like the modern reality that we saw?
どうだった？
私は良かったと思う。本当に長い物語だったけど、伏線も回収されたし、登場人物ともちゃんとお別れできたから。
Yes.
そう。ミカサは
Yeah.
闇の同士の声が小さくてよく聞こえなかったんだけど。
謎は残されたままだよ。
Yeah, exactly. Okay, he's being mean right now. And like you guys are gonna see the review. Yeah, he's being mean.
予想通りなんだよね。もっとさ、いい意味で期待を裏切る何かを見せてくれると思うじゃん。
それは想像の余地をあえて残したと考えることもできる。
Exactly what I said. Yes.
あえてシンプルに畳んだとも取れるし、欠点がある人の方がかえって親しみやすい場合もあるでしょ。たまにはそんなことで僕の不満や
That's sounding like hope.
されるわけじゃないよ。なぜならずっと待っていたからだ。10年前からずっとこの日を。
I mean, they're actually representing the both sides pretty well here. I had both sides of this because I was trying to look at both. Oh my God, this is so funny watching this after I just went on a huge spat review. I'm gonna put this at the end, like right at the end after the thing, but explanation. Watch my review still. It won't have this. Watch my review afterwards.
そんなに悪くなかったでしょ。
You can't make everybody happy. Sequel! Is that hinting at a sequel? There better be a fucking sequel. I don't know how they'll do it, but I talk about it in the review. Watch after this. Damn it.
100年前本当に巨人がいたなんて。
どこまで史実を元にしたかはわからないけどね。
Holy shit.
幼馴染も実在してたらいいのにね。
I do like that they at least satisfied a little bit from that, but does it answer everything? No, but it is kind of a funny little add-on for the movie there. I do like that. I like that they added that to give us a little bit of answers, but also kind of showing, yeah, there's multiple sides to this. You were going to make everyone happy. But you should just be happy that it happened, kind of thing. But like I said, I go off, check my review right after this. I don't click off and subscribe. This is one of those things where I love that we got the end of the show. 90% of this, like last episode, was fucking amazing. Like hands down, so many reveals, so much stuff. But the very end of it, it's like, I don't know what it is. I think partly it's because I thought I think I had something in my head that we were going to get and it didn't happen. And that's why it's more disappointing to me. And you guys let me know if anybody's similar to me in the comments or if I'm just like, I just wanted too much and I was too ambitious. And I thought we were going to, like, obviously when Armin and Eren talked, they revealed some stuff. We know that he had to change a bunch of stuff. He's the one that controlled it. Like, he controlled everything. He had control of so many things. He was able to kind of like get to this, like, for the Titans to be gone. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like I thought we were going to see scenes. We got the very little of Bertholdt being there and like him telling, like one thing to do another to kill his mom. But I honestly thought when we saw that scene where it showed all these different things that these like different scenes when he was like dying back in season 4, I thought we were going to see those eventually. I thought we were gonna I thought there was. I guess I might as well just talk about some of these thoughts. I thought it was gonna be like when he went to go. Obviously now we know he had control over everything. So him finding Mikasa and everything, maybe the end result, like if he doesn't do that, Mikasa goes into, because I freaking watched that part and read that part or whatever, because I have the first and second book. And before I went to this, I was talking about this earlier in the reaction. I was reading, and one part was like there was a comment of one of the kidnappers that kidnapped Mikasa was like they'll get a lot more money for the mom or whatever, but they could sell the girl, and like she could have ended up in the slums or whatever, maybe where Levi was from or whatever. And we saw like an image of her like very dolled up, looking way different, and that could have been an end result of Eren not saving her. And we saw like a kid, like I had so many thoughts of what could have happened. Like they showed this baby, and they showed the baby of him being born. Then we saw a scene of that during this too, and it just makes me think, like, I thought there was like he freaking could have changed, since he changed so many things. Like there could have been this thing where everybody else had different lives, and or Eren wasn't even born, or like there just seemed to be so many other results, and maybe all that happened, and we just don't get to see it. But I'm disappointed by that. And it's because this is like one of my favorite animes of all time. So it's like, it's just me. Like I said, maybe it's just me wanting too much. And because I'm trying to think of this in both sides. I'm not trying to be super negative. Because like I said, 90% of this last episode was fucking amazing. And I'm not going to take that away. Just that last chapter and the very that last part, last 20 minutes, last 15 minutes is just not the ending I wanted. So it's fine. It's okay for me not to get the ending. I understand that I wanted, and it's okay to be disappointed by something. It should not take away from what I got from the show at all, just because I didn't get my ending. And I want to say, like I said, I just saw this, so this is all fresh. I feel like the results that happened there are some I'm trying to think of the positives. Positives are we did get to, it's kind of a good and a bad ending in the sense of like nothing really did change, and it's the truth, like things still happened and things still repeated, but there was no Titans and there was no destruction, and he was able to save his friends, and that's kind of what he tried for, but it killed 80% of humanity. And there still was destruction, but it did give them the best chance. But because all those people were dead, Paradise Island and all that had a chance of surviving, because they couldn't just get what was mentioned. Like if he didn't do that, they were going to come to the island and everything bad was going to happen, right? So because of everything dying like that, they had a chance, and they were able to build up an army and still survive there and all that. But it still doesn't end anything. Like it didn't end like the cycle. And we did get answers. We got the answer of Ymir. Like the big question was like, why the hell, she would still try to save the king and all that. And it's because she loved him. I still feel like that could have been, this is kind of why I say like this entire episode, this mini movie could have been an entire season. And obviously this was never, fleshed. I would think that it was never fleshed out like this, but if you were going to go into detail about all this stuff, you could have fleshed it out into a whole season. But obviously that wasn't part of the thing. And it's more, I guess I have to just say it's more fantasy. It's more of like, I'm sure there's people that have written their own like fan fiction. It's fan fiction at this point, the stuff I wanted. Like which sucks, but I'm sure some people have written that stuff. But yeah, that was just kind of what I wanted. But in the sense of the overall message of it, I mean, it definitely ran deep, and it can be interpreted in so many ways, and that's good. I will say, I mean, the show overall amazing. I mean, some of the best writing ever. Like, how do you end something like this? You were gonna disappoint somebody. Like, it just was gonna happen. Like, ending this show is not easy, like, at all. And we got so many answers. I'm not gonna hate on that at all. I was happy that some people survived. I didn't think was gonna survive. We got a little taste of the full thing that I wanted. We got a little taste of it, of knowing that Eren had control over stuff, and we saw that little scene of you know, of Eren like having to change the results of, like, couldn't let Bertolt die, so he had to send the Titan to his mom and get his mom killed, because it was the only way. Like, he had to dictate things. And yeah, we didn't get to see all of them and see the other results or even how that worked or anything, but we did get a taste, and it did at least show me that, like, that stuff did happen. We just don't get to see it physically. And I do think it does give, I'm saying this for the future, it does give the possibility of, like, if they ever wanted to, you know, the guy wants to write more, or they wanted to, like, make some OVAs, or like a movie of, like, you know, what ifs, they could do that. I mean, they probably make fucking bank doing it. Like, there's so many route possibilities, and I say route, like I said, I'm a VN freaking, I love VNs, so I say routes, but there's so many things that they could do with this if they wanted to, and go back to this. Even though they got that ending and it feels like over, they could easily, the very end there, they could start there and write something completely different, because it seems like a redo of the very, like, beginning with Ymir, right? So they could do that, or they could show other results and other things that Eren went on, and maybe he finds a different path. But like I said, I don't think that will ever happen. I mean, they could make a game that did that. I mean, there's plenty of games that end up going like that. You could do something like that, and show us different what ifs or routes through a game. I was getting, like, I don't know. I really do, like, love this series, and I'm glad I finished it. I feel I'm just gonna let my I don't really have a time limit on this. I'm just letting you know the overall show is amazing. It's on my all-time favorites. I don't think that's gonna go away regardless of the ending. The characters, you care about them, you want the best, you know, you love Mikasa, you love Eren. You can't, you love or hate Eren. Okay, I'm gonna, like, you in parts you love and hate characters. Now the end result, I think that's it has to do with the person. I'm not going to talk for everybody, like, when it comes to certain things, but you love or hate the characters enough where the characters matter, and even to the end, you either want them to survive. I just think that's just amazing writing, and I really love the show. I'm happy that I got to see the ending. I'm happy that they put all their heart and soul into this. You could see the animation, the music, just all the they really knocked it out of the park for this last video, and I love it. I love that they did that. I appreciate you guys watching these. I do. This is only the start of. I'll need to add this in some way. Not everybody watches these reviews, and I do appreciate anyone that's watching to this point. I'm just gonna say right now, I appreciate you guys like, seriously, the most. I appreciate you guys watching to the fucking end. Like, and because the reviews is, I try to talk as much as I can during the reactions, because I know once you get to the end, a lot of people skip them, and I get it. Like, but I do appreciate you guys watching these, and especially this is more of a season review or a series review. But I absolutely this is the start of I'm finishing series. My goal is to finally finish most of the stuff that I started. I don't know how they're gonna do. I don't know how this is gonna do. I mean, we could get this could not get watched. I fully understand that, but this is my own freaking like, I want to finish stuff. I guess this is more for me, and more for to the few people that do watch these, it's for you guys as well. Like, I appreciate you guys watching through the years, honestly, or even if you're new and I going to continue this. I'm very set. I have so much content on the channel now. I've been doing this for a good 6 months or so solid. Very, very like going at it. So I'm very happy with how things go. You know, we got One Piece, finishing Chainsaw Man. These are just the finished series, not even new series that I'm starting. Look at my channel if you haven't. All the playlists. I have so much new stuff that's on the channel. It's ridiculous. Hopefully you guys can find it. Everyone that's not seen this channel forever, I hope you guys look into the playlist, binge the stuff. It helps a lot, honestly. If you guys binge Attack on Titan right now, it'll help boost the channel. So if you go into that playlist and just start playing everything, it'll fucking help. So I like, honestly, if you guys do that, it would mean the world to me. You can also check out the good way to support me, to allow me to do this a lot more, because I can only put so many hours into this right now because I freaking work. So the only thing you guys can do, or the one thing you guys could do, is go join the Patreon. All these this was here early. Obviously the uncut version is over on the Patreon, but a ton of content is over there right now. But I'm working towards, you know, like the My Hero episodes, JoJo, all the stuff that I'm gonna finish, that I've said it, like Demon Slayer, all that will be on Patreon first and way ahead. I'm working on everything right now, and that is the main way to support me if you want more content and stuff. But just watching these, liking them, and binging the stuff on YouTube 1000% helps. If you don't have any, you know, money or anything like that, I completely understand. You can also become a free member over there. I do throw some things on there every once in a while. You can follow all my stuff. I appreciate you guys being here. This is a great show. I don't know how to end this, honestly. Yeah, like, subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.